Hello everyone, long time no see, and welcome back to Conspiraseed. I can't promise a consistent upload schedule, but I do want to get back into making videos. I stopped because my life became pretty busy, but even with this busy schedule, I want to get back into making videos. So, like I said, I can't promise a consistent upload schedule, but I will be making videos here and there. With all of that out of the way, today we're going to be talking about the Philadelphia experiment. A crazy potential government cover-up, or just a far-fetched tale. Either way, something that's interesting, it's a conspiracy, so we're going to talk about it. Thanks as always for joining me, and let's just roll into it.
Nothing like being subscribed to Conspiraseed on YouTube. Nothing like it.
In late 1955, a man by the name of Carl Allen sent an anonymous package to the United States Office of Naval Research that had the phrase "Happy Easter" on it. Inside the package was a copy of the book The Case for UFOs by Morris Jessup. The book was filled with notes in the margins, handwritten and in 3 different colors of blue ink. The notes appeared to be a debate between 3 different people, one of which is named Jemmy. Now the 3 of them had notes on the ideas within the book: the propulsion of flying saucers, alien races, and they seemed to worry that the author was getting a little too close to discovering their technology. The 3 of them referred to each other as gypsies, and discussed 2 different types of people living in outer space. The notes didn't use standard punctuation or capitalization as one might be used to. The 3 seemed to be having a discussion on the merit of the assumptions within the book. Within these writings, there were some indirect mentions of the Philadelphia experiment. Shortly after, in January of 1956, Carl Allen started sending a series of letters to the book's author, Morris Jessup. Carl used both his legal name as well as the pseudonym Carlos Miguel Allende. The first letter that Carl sent to Jessup was a warning, saying that he should not investigate the levitation of unidentified flying objects. Carl then goes on to talk about dangerous science based on some alleged, unpublished theories by Albert Einstein. Carl says that an officer by the name of Franklin Reno actually put some of these theories to use in the Philadelphia shipyard in October of 1943. He said he witnessed the experiment while serving aboard the SS Andrew Fruseth, which was a Liberty ship built during World War II. In his account, a destroyer ship was successfully made invisible, also inexplicably teleported to Norfolk, Virginia. It was in Norfolk, Virginia for several minutes before reappearing in the Philadelphia shipyard. The ship's crew allegedly suffered various side effects, including insanity, intangibility, and being frozen in place. Jessup, being interested, wrote back to Carl asking for more information to corroborate his story. Carl said that his memory would then have to be recovered, then referred Jessup to a non-existent news article from a Philadelphia paper that Carl said went over the incident. Now, Jessup is not aware of the annotations in his book that Carl had made and sent to the Office of Naval Research. Until now. In 1957, the author, Jessup, is invited to the Office of Naval Research and is shown the copy of his book with the annotations. Jessup looked it over and he noted that the writing in the margins was very similar to the writing in the letters that he had received from Carl. I don't know if any of you watched Manhunt Unabomber or know how they caught him. Very similar. 2 officers at the Office of Naval Research, Captain Sidney Sherby and Commander George W. Hoover, took a personal interest in the report. Hoover would later go on to explain that his duties as Special Project Officer required him to investigate many publications, and he ultimately found nothing of substance to the alleged invisibility experiment, which is exactly what the government would say if there were substance to it. Hoover would discuss the annotations with a man named Austin N. Stanton, president of Vero Manufacturing Corporation in Garland, Texas, during meetings about Vero's contract work with the Office of Naval Research. Now, Stanton had become so interested in the book that Vero actually started producing copies of the book with the handwritten annotations in it. These copies would become known as the Vero edition, and there are 127 of them. Besides the handwriting attributed to Jemmy, who used a violet blue ink, the introduction to the Vero edition concludes that there are 2 other people talking. Mr. A. Jessup said that the handwriting of that one matched Carl's handwriting, and Mr. A used a blue ink, straight blue. and then Mr. B, who used a blue-green ink. Now, Jessup actually goes on to try to publish more books on the subject of UFOs, but is unsuccessful. He lost his publisher and then experienced a string of bad luck, eventually leading to his own suicide on April 30th, 1959. The various book writers who followed up and tried to get information on Carl Allen found that his responses were either elusive or couldn't get a response from him at all, or couldn't find him to send a letter to. One reporter from his hometown of New Kensington, Pennsylvania, interviewed his family and was given actually a pile of documents and books, all scribbled with Carl's notes. His own family described him as a fantastic mind, but also as kind of a drifter and a master leg puller. Now, since we know these facts about Carl Allen, is it possible that he made the whole thing up? Not only is it possible, but I personally think it's very likely. There are a few things that were interesting to me, however. Jessup's career going downhill after this was published is interesting. You know, obviously, screams government cover-up. Oh, we're going to destroy your credibility. Your life's going to go downhill. Nobody will ever believe anything you publish. We're not going to let you publish anything else. Screams government cover-up. If we're looking at it from a conspiracy kind of view, that's a government cover-up. 100% that's a government cover-up. Now, the government, especially the military of the United States, is always working with and using technology that the public will never see. Both invisibility and teleportation would be huge for military purposes. Heck, if they invented teleportation, I would hope that they would release that to the public, because I want to go places and I don't fly, and I also don't get on boats. So I want to go to Italy. I can't get over there. I mean, not that I can afford to go to Italy, but it'd be fun. I do think that what's more likely is that Carl was mentally ill, or he liked to prank people, or a combination of both. And as such, he made this whole story up in his probably schizophrenic mind. What do you think about it, though? What do you think about the Philadelphia experiment? What do you think about what happened to Jessup, the author, and how his life went downhill and how he eventually killed himself? Do you think that is a coincidence? Government cover-up? What do you think's going on there? Let me know about it in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching the video today. I appreciate all of you. Please remember to like and subscribe if you liked the video. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.